that we must live in a society that leaves nobody behind. It is the reason why, as a government, and you, in your statement, you say 3 fundamental things: that we must feed ourselves, we must educate our children, and we must make sure that there is adequate, available, accessible, affordable health care for our citizens. Those 3 fundamental things are important to us as a government. It is the reason why we have invested heavily in food production. The reason why today unga that was 230 is now below 100 shillings. Because we want to make sure that citizens at every level can afford a meal. We're not quite there, but we have substantially embarked on that journey. And it is my commitment that progressively we will invest in food production in Kenya, including in irrigation. Our aim is to expand land under irrigation by 500,000 acres by 2027 and another 500,000 acres by 2032 to make sure that we have 1,700,000 acres under irrigation so that we can feed our nation. I was particularly, challenged by your father, Ashu, of Mombasa Cement. When I was elected, he came to see me. He asked to see me, and I invited him, and we had a chat here. And he told me, Mr. President, I want to help you in Galana. I want to grow food. I see I feed many people, and he does in Mombasa. I feed many people, and I want to participate in food production. So I told him, Ashu, you're most welcome to this space. Please go ahead and participate in food production. You cannot believe what that great Kenyan did. He left my office, went to Galana, and invested, I think, between 3 and 5 billion shillings. He has built 11 dams. He has done an amazing job. So when I got to hear what he had done, and he had no papers, nobody had given him a piece of paper or a lease. He just went there and said, the president has allowed me to do food production. And he went ahead to do it. So when it was brought to my attention and the enormous job that he had done, I saw a person with passion to change the lives of ordinary people. That he was not even patient to wait for paperwork to be done. He was in a hurry to produce food for the most needy people because he is in that space. I see what he does. So I asked my office now to look for him so that we can regularize the paperwork for him. And I even got him some people to help him to do the irrigation because, words, the first letters of our Constitution says, we, the people of Kenya, acknowledging the supremacy of God of all creations. Those are the beginning words of our Constitution, that all of us, coming from different backgrounds, from different communities, from different religions, we all submit to the supremacy of the God of all creations, that we all believe in, that we all submit to. And this occasion of celebrating Dewali is such an occasion that we all worship God because we believe that it is the right thing to do. And we are taught by religion that man is made so that they can submit and worship God. And a human being without religion is not different from an animal. It is religion that gives us the compass to be different and to believe in God and to have hope and to have direction. And therefore, I am very happy that today, as Bimal here says, for the first time we are celebrating this occasion of Dewali here in State House as a recognition of all of us belonging to this great nation called Kenya. And as I have said, these values transcend any single culture, the values that we all believe in. They resonate with all of us and drive our collective efforts to build a prosperous, united, and inclusive nation. I am humbled to be associated with a festival that has a history spanning 5,000 years. I feel both privileged and proud that our country is enriched with such a wealth of cultures, traditions, and religion. The Indian community in Kenya, often referred to as Kenyan Asians, consists of citizens and residents with ancestral roots largely from the Indian subcontinent. Significant Indian migration began with the establishment of the East African Protectorate in 1895. Since then, they have become an integral part of our nation, playing a key role in nation building, economic growth, in commerce, and in business. I heard Bimal here say that his family came to Kenya 100 maybe years ago, and they are here to stay, they are going nowhere. Let me also tell you, our family and community came to Kenya maybe some 500 years ago from migration from Sudan. We are also here and we are going nowhere. So we are all here. Some arrived earlier, some arrived later, but we are all one citizenry, one people, the people of Kenya. As we light these lamps, let us also renew our commitment to creating a more inclusive, more harmonious, more integrated, a nation that is united by the values that we all believe in, the values that are underscored by the celebration of this great moment of Dewali that is shared by part of the government of Kenya, that we will protect by all means possible the sacred provision of the right to worship by all Kenyans and all religions. And that there will be no interference whatsoever. There will be no limitations whatsoever to religion in our country. That realizing and responding and recognizing that the preamble of our Constitution speaks to our acknowledgement as a people, as Kenyans, of the supremacy of God of all creations, that we will protect the place of religion and we will protect the right of every Kenyan to worship God in the way they want to worship God, because we all submit to the living God. And let me also say this, that citizens, all religions, should be careful about propaganda, fake news, of limitations to religion from different quarters. I want to guarantee you and to give you my assurance, as I do every religious person in Kenya, that the government of Kenya will protect the place of worship and make sure that this country continues to abide by the Constitution and to live up to our principles as a God-fearing nation. In a country as diverse as ours, we debate, we celebrate, we express ourselves and we commemorate what we do. But we never lose sight of how we arrived here and why. We should take pride in our diversity, our tolerance, and our achievements as a nation. You have said correctly, you make enormous contributions